Good afternoon. I'd like to call to order the Pierce County Council meeting for May 20th, 2025. The time is 3:02. I'd like to ask the clerk to please call the roll.
Councilmember Yambe.
Here.
Councilmember Kruver.
Here.
Councilmember Denson. Excused. Councilmember Herrera.
Here.
Councilmember Morel.
I'm here.
Councilmember Ayala.
Here.
Councilmember Hitchin.
Here.
You have 6 members present.
With 6 members, we do have a quorum. Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag led by Vice Chair Herrera, followed by a moment of silence in honor of those serving and lost their lives and our Gold Star families, as we continue to ask you to remain standing for the moment of silence, followed by a land acknowledgement. Vice Chair Herrera.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We acknowledge that we are on the traditional homelands of the Coast Salish tribes. Coast Salish people have lived on and stewarded these lands since time immemorial and continue to do so today. We recognize that this land acknowledgement is one small step toward true allyship, and we commit to uplifting the voices, experiences, and histories of the Indigenous people of this land.
Thank you, Vice Chair. We are now at section 4, which is approval of our agenda. Is there any changes or updates to our agenda as presented? Seeing none, we'll consider our agenda approved. On today's council meeting agenda, there will be multiple opportunities for public comment. On the consent agenda, you may provide comment on any final action item, and this does not include items placed on the consent agenda for introduction or scheduling. Today we have 4 sets of minutes and 2 resolutions to take final action on. During section 8 of the agenda, we will take public comment on the 1 resolution for final action. And finally, under community forum, there'll be an opportunity to address the council on any topic that was not up for final action this afternoon. For additional information and the fine print, it is at the bottom of the agenda on page 1. We are now at our consent agenda. Does any member have a wish to pull items from the consent agenda?
We have, I'd like to move, oh wait. Do I do that now?
We're doing that now.
Okay, I move to approve the consent agenda as amended, moving item C2B to section 8 and
C2A.
C2A.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we approve the consent agenda, moving items C2A and C2B to section 8. Is there anything else? Seeing none, I'm going to open this up for a public hearing on this. If anybody would like to make public or comment, I should say, you have 3 minutes to approve the consent agenda. With moving these 2 items, you are providing comment on minutes. So if anybody found some changes in our minutes, please let it come to the podium. And we're going to go online, Mr. Weinsberry. Is there anyone online?
Yes, Madam Chair. For any members of the public wishing to provide comment on any final action items, press the raise hand icon on Zoom or star 9 on your telephone keypad. Madam Chair, I see no hands.
With no hands raised, we'll close public comment and bring it back before the council. And I'm going to ask the clerk to call the roll on adoption of the consent agenda as amended.
Councilmember Morel.
Aye.
Councilmember Herrera.
Aye.
Councilmember Kruver.
Aye.
Councilmember Ayala.
Aye.
Councilmember Yambe.
Aye.
Councilmember Hitchin.
Aye.
You have 6 ayes, 0 nays.
With 6 ayes and 0 nays, the motion is adopted. Thank you, everybody. For the 2 people that were on for being appointed to boards, we will come back to you. We just like to do it if you're here in person, make sure that you actually get to be part of the process if you take the time. So that brings us to section 6, which is messages from the executive, which there are none. So we'll move to section 7, and we have 2 proclamations this afternoon. Our first proclamation is a proclamation of the council and executive proclaiming Monday, May 26, 2025 as Honoring Our Heroes, Pierce County Remembers Day. And I'd like to invite our Gold Star families, one of many in our county, but they're here with us today, Hank and Karen Black. Craig Daughtery is in the room as well, and then Teddy Simpson from the Puyallup Tribal Veterans. If you would like to come to the podium, and we're going to have it read into the record, and then we would love to hear from you. And we're going to go to Vice Chair Herrera to read this proclamation.
Thank you, Chair. A proclamation of the Pierce County Council and Executive proclaiming Monday, May 26, 2025 as Honoring Our Heroes, Pierce County Remembers. Whereas President Dwight D. Eisenhower signed the Prayer for Peace Memorial Day Proclamation in 1955, proclaiming that Memorial Day each year serves as a solemn reminder of the scourge of war and its bitter aftermath and sorrow. This day has traditionally been devoted to paying homage to loved ones who lie in hallowed graves throughout the land, having sacrificed their lives that war might end. And whereas in 1971, the United States Congress declared that the last Monday of every May be established as a federal holiday so that the nation can honor, mourn, and remember the people who gave their last full measure of devotion and who have made the ultimate sacrifice while serving in the United States Armed Forces. And whereas Memorial Day is a solemn occasion observed across the United States, to honor the men and women of the armed forces who gave their lives in service to this nation. And whereas this day of remembrance traces its roots to the aftermath of the Civil War and has since become a national tradition of reflection, gratitude, and unity. And whereas Pierce County is home to thousands of veterans, active duty service members, and military families who've contributed daily to the strength and resilience of all of our communities. And whereas Joint Base Lewis McChord and its service members hold a central place in the civic, cultural, and economic life of our region with a long history of sacrifice and excellence. And whereas Memorial Day is not only a time to remember those who have died in war, but also an opportunity to renew our collective commitment to the care of the families they left behind and to honor their memory through this service and community. And whereas the people of Pierce County are called to reflect, remember, and express their gratitude through ceremonies, volunteerism, and acts of remembrance for those who paid the ultimate price for our freedom. So, now, therefore, be it proclaimed on this 20th day of May 2025 by the Pierce County Council and Executive that Monday, May 26, 2025 is hereby designated Honoring Our Heroes, Pierce County Remembers. We encourage all community members to take part in this day of reflection and gratitude, to honor the fallen, and to support those who continue to serve and sacrifice.
Thank you. We'd love to have one of you start us off to talk through. I think our Gold Star families would be wonderful to hear from you.
Thank you for having us here today. I really hate speaking. Our son, Staff Sergeant Brian Black, was a Green Beret medic who was killed in an ambush in Niger, Africa on October 4th, 2017. Okay, I can do this. During the aftermath of his passing, we received an outpouring of support from people we know and total strangers. Some strangers have become friends. Just this past week, I was looking through some of the many cards and letters we received in the days and weeks following his death. They were for friends, neighbors, coworkers, some of my students, and many, many total strangers. I was struck again by the card from Sumner Vet, where our dogs were boarded for over a month. They sent a card signed by many of the staff and enclosed an invoice for the boarding they provided while I was back east. The invoice had a zero balance. I also reflect on the show of support we received by the people of Fayetteville, North Carolina, who turned out in spectacular fashion as our son's body was transported from Raleigh to Fayetteville. For the hour-plus drive, every overpass had people standing with flags. There were people who stopped their cars on the highway as we passed and stood at attention. Just a month later, the city of Puyallup, along with support from VFW 2224, a memorial was held for our son at Pioneer Park Pavilion. It was overwhelming to be on the receiving end of such support. All this was like a big hug reaching out to our family. This is all very personal, and it's all about our son, our family, his wife, and children, our loss. But on October 30th, the day Brian was interred at Arlington National Cemetery, as the horse-drawn caisson slowly made its way to Section 60, the reality of the thousands of other families who have gone before us and experienced what we were experiencing came into focus. Yes, our loss is personal, but we are not alone. The sea of white headstones stand testament to the thousands upon thousands who have made the ultimate sacrifice in defense of our nation. Their families, too, have stood in their grief gazing at the evidence of so much sacrifice. So it is fitting that our nation observe Memorial Day. This day is way bigger than any one loss. It is a day to pause and remember those who sacrificed their lives in service to our nation. But as you remember the fallen, I challenge you to use their sacrifice as a reminder to live your life well. Make your life worthy of their sacrifice. Have some fun on Memorial Day, and perhaps raise a toast in their memory. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I have the unenviable position of following that lead. My name is Craig Doherty. I'm the past commander for the Veterans of Foreign Wars, state of Washington. It's been my privilege to know this family in part, as well as their daughter-in-law and their grandsons. I carry with me, as they carry with them, their reasons for Memorial Day. For me, I've been carrying it since 1968. I carry it with me every day. For them, it's been since Brian has passed. But prior to that, I am sure Memorial Day meant something to them far more than it does now. It is even more increased. It is a daily activity for them. I am privileged to be here and address you and tell you that in the Veterans of Foreign Wars, we have two core values that, above all, are very important to us. One, to honor our veterans, and that is why I'm here today, but also to ensure the health and the welfare of our veterans and their families. We do not leave the families behind. Thank you very much for your short time.
Thank you.
My name is Teddy W. Simpson. I'm a Puyallup Tribal member. I am also a Puyallup Tribal veteran. And I'm here today in honor of all the people who have passed on before us during combat. The Puyallup Tribe has one such man. It took 73 years for Lieutenant Farron to make it back home. He was shot down during the Battle of Guadalcanal back in 1942. His family, that were kids when he left, they were old seniors by the time he came home. And it is this next Monday that we all sit in remembrance of our fellow people we know, like Sergeant Black, Lieutenant Farron, and I want to thank Puyallup Council, Pierce County Council, for taking the time to recognize this and to use this as a proclamation that everybody should make and remember those that sacrificed for us.
Thank you all for being here this afternoon. I'm going to look to my colleagues to see if anyone has any comments. Vice Chair Herrera.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you for coming today. It's just really important to pause and remember. You know, I think we talked about this before, that the global war on terrorism are all kind of slowed down, and we've had comrades that have passed, but the families remained, and we have to continue to remember that we don't perpetuate the memory of our dead who have passed on, who sacrificed for this country. We'll forget how important their sacrifices were for this country. So it's been, Memorial Day is set up to pause and remember, even during the peaceful times. And this council's not going to forget. Pierce County hasn't forgot. We have a reminder constantly of JBLM right down the street, which is one of the most active bases here, with tons of veterans, many deployments continually, some combat, even though we're not really doing much. There's people leaving there every day doing the work that needs to be done. And the support systems, and it spans many different cultures. Teddy's here today talking about Lieutenant Farron. It's amazing that was a full-blooded Puyallup tribal member who was a fighter pilot in World War II and gave his life for this country. Maybe some people you can probably say that Mr. Lieutenant Farron maybe fought a little bit harder, because he knew if we didn't stop the enemy in Guadalcanal, maybe the next stop would be Tacoma. The Puyallup tribe, they'd be bombing here. So maybe he fought just a little bit harder to keep this country safe. And I'd like to think that. But, I just want to name one name of a comrade of mine, and he shares the same last name as me. He's Rocky Herrera. And I served with Rocky Herrera in a unit, and it was always like, Herrera, and both our heads would turn and stuff like that. So we were pretty good friends. He went to another unit, and I went to another, and I went to a Gold Star Memorial a couple years ago with State Commander Craig Doherty. I think we were commemorating one in Lacey. And there they had a bunch of the veteran boots just lined up with names on it. And I was just like going through the things, and I see Rocky Herrera. And I had no idea that he was killed just 2 years after I saw him. And it just made me think of, man, I wish I would have said something to him. He went on a deployment and didn't make it home on his third tour. But again, we just need to remember. And sometimes as veterans, we think about Memorial Day and we think about our friends that didn't come home, and we have this survivor's guilt that kind of comes over us, and we start thinking of things like, if I was killed, would you remember? Would you remember me? And soldiers think about that all the time, and that comes around every now and then. So I just want to twist that back and make sure that I don't forget. I'm not forgetting. This council's not forgetting. Thank you for being here today. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you for your comments and for your service. We will go to Councilmember Krueger.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just wanted to say it's an honor and a privilege to be able to sit here and listen to your stories. And it puts life in such a different perspective, especially listening to Brian's mom and Brian's dad. You will always be Brian's mom and dad. And the picture you painted with your story was very effective and very vivid. And it's hard to imagine all that you're going through. And I just appreciate the stories because you are the heroes. And lately I've been listening to some like talk radio, and I was listening to a veteran of the Vietnam War and of the friends he lost. And it reminds me of the cohesiveness that you all build in that family of military. And it is something that many people miss out on. And if we didn't have you here to tell us the stories and to carry on, it would be a loss for everyone. And I just appreciate the courage to come and share, because I know there's good things and there's very difficult things. And it takes these moments to bring to light. And you give me more meaning of the day by being here, and I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you for your comments. We will go to Councilmember Murrow.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you for the sacrifices that were made. I had the privilege of a couple weeks ago going back to D.C. and having a top-notch tour guide in Councilmember Herrera to take me around to the monuments that I hadn't been to, and to have Councilmember Herrera point out names on that are inscribed on these monuments, these walls, and the tenacity and persistence of people, common people, to get these monuments in place. The years, the infighting back and forth, and then to see the public being so engaged on finding names and placing placards and flowers on these monuments was amazing. I told Councilmember Herrera, my father was in the Korean War, but he never spoke about it, never said anything about it. I just knew that he had a pair of boots that when I was 3 or 4 years old, I'd tromp around the house in these boots. And but that was his generation. They kept everything internal. And but you folks need to make sure that you speak up at these events and make sure that everyone knows the sacrifices that the past made for the future. And without that, we'll collapse as a nation. So thank you for your ultimate sacrifices. Thank you for your testimonies. Thank you for what you do. And thank you, Councilmember Herrera, for educating me. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Morrell. I will acknowledge my thanks as well. I think one of the things with the military base being so, like in our county, we see the impacts. We know family members. I know in District 6 in Lakewood, our county Veterans Association that serves our county to help us make sure that we're serving the families and the active duty members. We hold a really solemn, beautiful ceremony. It's open to the public. It's at Mountain View. It's at 2 p.m. on Memorial Day. Rain or shine, they make it work because it's May in Washington State. But we really make a point of saying goodbye and remembering their lives so the families feel like they're part of community. And that is really, I think, at the heart of it, what Memorial Day is about. Is somebody made the ultimate sacrifice, their family is still here, and we want to make sure their lives mattered and that they feel appreciated and loved because they sacrificed a lot. So with that, we're going to invite you up to take a photo. We're going to have you come up behind the dais here.
Come on down, I swear that he doesn't bite too hard.
Love it if you open it, it makes a better picture. I'm going to go here.
Why don't you like hold that part there?
Does that work? Takes a team, everybody.
All right, so I'm going to take a few more here and then one phone as well. Stand by. Hold.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. Thanks for coming.
Hey, good to see you guys again.
Good to see you.
Good to see you right in London.
So that brings us to our second proclamation. It is a proclamation of the Council on Executive proclaiming May 18th through the 24th as National Public Works Week in Pierce County, Washington. I'd like to invite the Deputy Director of Planning and Public Works, Lauren Flemister, and the many additional staff that I'm seeing. I've seen some of you on Zoom. If you want to like surround her, you don't have to, but if you want to surround her, it's a really great picture for PCTV.
Please do.
And Councilmember Yambe is going to be reading this into the record as soon as I turn his microphone on. There we go.
Thank you, Madam Chair. All right.
Okay, we're going to read it into the record, so there we go.
A proclamation of the Pierce County Council and Executive proclaiming May 18th through 2025 as National Public Works Week in Pierce County, Washington. Whereas the employees of the Pierce County Planning and Public Works Department are responsible for the planning, maintenance, and operation of infrastructure across Pierce County, including but not limited to 3,388 lanes of paved roadway and appurtenant signals and illumination, 28,464 catch basins, 1,171 miles of ditch, 789 miles of drainage pipes, 74 levee miles, 2 wastewater treatment plants and association collection systems, 2 airports and 1 ferry system, and whereas these infrastructures, facilities, and services could not be provided without the dedicated efforts of the nearly 800 employees of Pierce County's Planning and Public Works Department, who are federally mandated first responders and the professionals at all levels of government and the private sector who are responsible for rebuilding, improving, and protecting our county's transportation, water supply, water treatment, and solid waste systems, public buildings, and other structures and facilities essential for our residents. And whereas these employees answer the call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, deploying their skills to remove heavy snow from roadways, stabilize hillsides after heavy rains, and respond to whatever emergencies arise in order to keep the community safe. And whereas the partnership with our public works colleagues in Pierce County cities and towns is also essential to the success of overall county infrastructure and its status as a regional leader. And whereas the county's Planning and Public Works Department is home to our code enforcement program, which has been serving the community members of Pierce County since at least 1984. Code enforcement officers are dedicated, highly qualified, and highly trained professionals who share the goals of preventing neighborhood deterioration, enhancing communities, ensuring safety, and preserving property values through the application of health, zoning, housing, building, and nuisance laws. And whereas the Pierce County Council and Executive recognize and celebrate the code enforcement officers who serve our community, and we acknowledge their role in leading the way to support the high quality of life we enjoy in our community. And whereas our public works professionals are committed to ensuring our community is safe through continuous improvement of infrastructure, programs, and services that are of vital importance to the sustainability and prosperity of our community. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the Pierce County Council and Executive that May 18 through 2025 is National Public Works Week in Pierce County, Washington. We recognize the substantial contributions planning, public works, and code enforcement professionals make to keep the communities of Pierce County healthy, safe, and resilient. We encourage all community members to take a moment to appreciate the active role Planning and Public Works has in the building stronger communities that move forward together.
Let's give them a hand. Deputy Director.
Thank you, Chair. My name is Lauren Flemister, and I'm the Deputy Director of Planning and Public Works. On behalf of everyone at Planning and Public Works, thank you for proclaiming this week as National Public Works Week. The people here representing the department today support various divisions within PPW, each tasked with providing services that ensure healthy, thriving Pierce County communities. This team works early mornings, late nights, and weekends for the people of Pierce County, but they're rarely in the spotlight. They're the driving force behind our work, and I am extremely grateful and honored to work alongside each of them and the 800 plus people who help us deliver upon our mission each and every day. Thank you to the Council and Executive Mello for recognizing our teams, and thank you to everyone at PPW for your hard work, your incredible expertise, and your dedication to our community. And I'm going to pass it briefly to David Kinley to speak to our code enforcement team.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair and Council, for this opportunity. As Lauren spoke to, we have a very unique and dynamic department, and code enforcement is one of those functions that we perform for the county. Oftentimes this team goes unrecognized, and so it's really, really important to us that we recognize the hard work that is done for the safety of the residents of our county, as well as protecting sensitive environmental features of our county. There's a lot of things that we do that are unnoticed, unseen, and our code enforcement officers in particular. And so we just wanted to take this opportunity to highlight them in particular, just because of the hard work they do. Don't get a lot of recognition or praise for what they do. Oftentimes, just the opposite. And so we just wanted to say a big thank you to our team for not only the hard work that you do, but the heart that you put into it. And so thank you for being here and representing PPW, but representing yourselves in the work that you do very well. So thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm going to look to my colleagues to see if anyone has any comments. We'll go to Councilmember Yambe.
So I was the grandson of an engineer and a great-grand-nephew of a civil engineer, and a former council member for 11 years out in the small cities and municipalities, who works very closely with our Planning Public Works. And having come to the county, I am just incredibly impressed by the professionalism and the thought and the care that each of you bring to the work that you do here at the county. And as was said, people don't acknowledge or recognize you for the work that you do, because it's only when things go south that they really start to notice some of these things. And no matter how much the governmental and the bureaucracy sometimes doesn't always show its appreciation in the ways that it should or can, we up here recognize the work that you professionals do each and every day, and recognize that we could not do our work here without you. And so we are tremendously appreciative for the work that you do day in and day out, and can't thank you enough for the professionalism, dedication, the expertise. And it's one of those things that when there's proper leadership and there's good direction, each of you is allowed to bring all those skills and shine and the technical abilities and all the education that you all have, and experience, which are incredibly valuable, and we would not be able to function as a county without you. So thank you for your work deeply and from the bottom of my heart. Thanks.
Thank you for your comments. We will go to Councilmember Morrell.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I beg to differ with you, Mr. Kingsley. Code enforcement is at the top of my list, always. But all that set aside, thank you for all you do. Thank you for keeping our community safe, protecting our investments that we have made. And I think some local agencies could learn from your expertise and your professionalism. So I thank each and every one of you, all the thousands of employees, and I have no idea how many are in Public Works.
Like 860.
How many?
860.
Okay, 860. And, but, you know, there again, each one brings an expertise to their job, and I just appreciate every one who is out there on the job site working away, whether they're flagging or whether they're running heavy equipment back and forth. It is challenging at times with our weather in Washington, but we get the job done. So thank you. Thank you for your team. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you for the comments. We will go to Councilmember Gruber.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Chair. And I guess if we could do a group hug, we would do that, because since 2013 that I've been here, I've never really had major complaints about, you know, code enforcement, public works, because the work that folks are doing on the ground really gets done. And I know I've always made calls and things are magically, it's like, oh my gosh, it's fixed already. And there are times when I've seen working going on and I'll stop, like they're removing a dilapidated mobile home or they're clearing a drug property, which actually both of those were. And it's always a welcome that I get when I stop by and say, oh, by the way, I'm so-and-so. And they're like, oh, when we chat. And it's always a great, you know, group of folks to work with. And they've been doing great jobs out in my district. And it just, you don't really know how to say thanks so much on this. So I appreciate the opportunity that we have here to, you know, just pay attention to what you do and know that it is appreciated. Wish we could do more, maybe gift certificates, but I don't think that would go over well. So, but anyway, thank you for all that you do, being so pleasant to work with. Appreciate it. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. And I will just conclude with my thanks as well, and add a special thank you for helping serve the communities of Anderson Island, Ketron Island, the ferry system. And I'll leave it there, because as soon as I talk about it, I'm going on the ferry this weekend, so hopefully everything goes well. But we just continue to work on how we make things better. I regularly remind people that See-Click Fix is a thing and that they can use it, and that on your end, it geotags exactly where you're talking about, instead of trying to like find an address that they wrote in wrong, right? They can literally say exactly, and even take a picture. And they're like, wow, that's really cool. You can do it on your phone. And like, yes, you can do it on your phone instead of like emailing me 5 times. You can do it right here. And it helps you on your end, because then you know what you're looking at. So as we improve with technology to make it clear where we're doing the work and where the work needs to be done, we are using your time more wisely. And I think we're more responsive, and just your team continues to not grow in numbers, but grow in the ability to do services so effectively. So thank you all for the work you do every day. I wish I could order better weather for you, and sometimes I drive by and I'm just like, oh, I'm sorry. So, but thank you so much. And I'm not seeing any other comments. So, Mr. Weinsberry, how best to do this?
We can do 2 rows, some in front of the guys, and then at the top as well.
Okay. Okay, we are going to go back to the items that we pulled from the consent agenda. We now have proposal R 2025-152 before us. Councilmember Morell for a motion.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move that we approve proposal number R 2025-152.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve resolution 2025-152. Can the clerk please read it into the record?
Proposal number R 2025-152, a resolution of the Pierce County Council confirming the reappointment of one member, Sarah Conrad, to the Pierce County Allocation Advisory Committee for Prevention Programs.
Thank you. And Ms. Conrad, would you like to come to the podium, introduce yourself, and if you'd like to say why you want to serve?
My name is Sarah Conrad, and I'm coming back for my second time on this committee. And when I first got in it, it was really confusing. A couple of us didn't know what we were doing, and it's been so cool to just be on this committee for the last 2 years I've been on it. And working with these people and seeing like the leadership evolve, like some of the newbies when I came on, they're now leading the committee. And it's been really cool. These people really care about the youth, and we're really trying to do the most work in our committee.
Well, thank you so much for saying yes. This is a really important committee. They do some direct investments in youth violent prevention in unincorporated Pierce County. So it's a hefty lift, but it's one that's important and definitely near and dear to my heart. Do any of my colleagues have questions or comments? I guess we could do questions or comments. Councilmember Morell.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just appreciate Ms. Conrad's willingness to volunteer, and there again, use your life experiences as a reflection and on how to help others in similar situations. I know sometimes walking that razor edge is challenging to go back and see where you were to where you are today. It is just wonderful. And then now that you're volunteering your time and your talent, your treasures to other people, that's no greater cause. So thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the comments. We'll go to Councilmember Krueger.
Thank you, Chair. And I have to say, I'm a bit embarrassed in the sense where I'm like going, Sarah Conrad, I know this name, but I couldn't think. And I'm like, and all of a sudden, oh yeah. And I would have, been sponsoring as well, because I'm real excited that you are returning and offering your time to be on this important committee. And it just is always a good thing, especially when you want to come back. And that says a lot to others who may be following you. So appreciate that, and welcome back.
Thank you. I feel the impact of this committee, and I see all these amazing groups that we're funding, and they are really doing some really great things for our kids.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. So we have a little bit of a process here. We're going to open this up for public hearing. So if anyone would like to provide public comment on the approval of resolution 2025-152 and come to the podium. I'm assuming they're not, but I always like to check. Okay, I'm not seeing any, so we will go online.
Yes, Madam Chair. For any members of the public who wish to provide comments on proposal number R 2025-152, press the raise hand icon in Zoom or star 9 on your telephone keypad. Madam Chair, looks like we have one hand at this time. Last name Sledge. Please state your name for the record. You'll have 3 minutes.
Hi, my name is Andy Sledge, and I provide support to the Allocation Advisory Committee. And I just wanted to say thank you, Sarah, for your contribution. We're so happy to have you back. And you're just a great member for us to have, the care and concern that you put into the process and going over all of the applications and discussion points. You're just very appreciated, and we're so happy that you're back.
And at this time, Madam Chair, there are no other hands.
With no other hands, we'll close public comment, bring it back before the council. Any further comments? Seeing none, I'm going to ask the clerk to please call the roll.
Councilmember Herrera.
Aye.
Councilmember Yambe.
Aye.
Councilmember Ayala.
Aye.
Councilmember Krueger.
Aye.
Councilmember Morell.
Aye.
Councilmember Hitchin.
Aye.
You have 6 ayes, 0 nays.
With 6 ayes and 0 nays, the motion is adopted. Thank you very much for your continuing willingness to serve. That brings us to Resolution 2025-155. Councilmember Ayala, you are online. Are you able to make a motion?
One moment, Chair. I would like to move proposal R 2025-150, correct?
155?
155, I'm sorry.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we approve Resolution 2025-155. Can the clerk please read it in the record?
Proposal R 2025-155, a resolution of the Pierce County Council confirming the appointment of 2 new members, Mary Fran Maron and Christy Williams, to the Aging and Disability Resources Advisory Board.
Thank you. And with us online is Christy. Would you like to unmute and introduce yourself?
Hello, everybody. I am Christy Williams, and I am the Utility Education and Outreach Coordinator for Tacoma Public Utilities. So I do a lot of work with limited income senior citizens. But also on a personal note, when my mom was alive, I actually was able to receive services through the agency. So I'm very appreciative, and hopefully through the work that I do, I can help give that back. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much for your willingness to serve in this capacity. And I just want to make sure that Marianne isn't anywhere. I didn't see her online and she's not in the room. Okay. Does anyone have questions for Christy? Councilmember Yumbe.
This isn't so much of a question.
Comments are welcome.
Thank you, Christy, for your willingness to serve on this commission. I have seen you at multiple events, including our Aging and Disability Services Fair, where you were giving me the complete stories about access for those people who are living on fixed income in apartments and multifamily in different situations. And I appreciate your knowledge of those subjects and your enthusiasm on helping make systems more accessible for people who need it most. So I think that you will be great in this role, and I appreciate your ability to serve.
Thank you for your kind words. Appreciate that.
Okay. I'm not seeing anyone else, so I am going to open this up for a public hearing. At this time, invite anyone in chambers to address the council on the adoption of this resolution. Not seeing anyone. So we will go online.
Yes, Madam Chair. For any members of the public who wish to provide comments on proposal number R 2025-155, press the raise hand icon in Zoom or star 9 on your telephone keypad. And Madam Chair, I see no hands.
With no hands raised, I will bring it back before the council. Any last minute comments? Christy, thank you so much for stepping up and saying yes. I think you'll bring a really valuable voice to the work that this committee does on a regular basis. So seeing none, I'm going to ask the clerk to call the roll on the adoption of R 2025-155.
Councilmember Ayala?
Aye.
Councilmember Yambe?
Aye.
Councilmember Herrera?
Aye.
Councilmember Morrell?
Aye.
Councilmember Krueger?
Aye.
Councilmember Hitchin?
Aye.
You have 6 ayes, 0 nays.
With 6 ayes and 0 nays, the motion is adopted. Thank you, Christy. That brings us to proposal R 2025-150, and I'm going to ask Vice Chair Herrera to move this as Councilmember Denson is not here.
No problem. Chair, I move proposal number R 2025-150 for approval.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve resolution 2025-150. Can the clerk please read?
Proposal number R 2025-150, a resolution of the Pierce County Council setting the date of an evening District Number 7 council meeting for Monday, June 2nd, 2025 at 5:30 p.m. at Hart Church, 655 6th Avenue, Fox Island, Washington, and repealing resolution number R 2025-107.
Thank you. We're going to go to Ms. Long to brief.
Thank you. So the resolution before you today is pursuant to the charter requirement that the council shall conduct at least one evening meeting each year in each of the 7 council districts. Council's rules of procedure provide that the specific time, place, and dates of these evening meetings be set by resolution. So today's resolution does just that for the evening District 7 meeting. Details as stated in the title and read by the clerk. I'll mention the repealing action in this one. So earlier this year in February, the council did pass a resolution setting the evening District 7 meeting for a different venue. That changed in the meantime, and so hence repealing that just for the venue. But for anybody who's interested in this, the day and time are the same as that. This one will be at Hart Church on Fox Island. And this meeting will be in addition to the regular 3 p.m. Tuesday meeting of that week.
Thank you very much for the brief. Is there any questions on this particular item? It's like Groundhog's Day. We did this just a little while ago. Okay. So seeing none, this is a public hearing. At this time, I'd like to invite members of the public to provide comment on Resolution 2025-150. Anyone in chambers? Not seeing any. We'll go online, Mr. Weinsberry.
Yes, Madam Chair. For any members of the public who wish to provide comment on proposal number R 2025-150, press the raise hand icon on Zoom or star 9 on your telephone keypad. And still no hands, Madam Chair.
With no hands raised, we will close public comment and bring it back before the council. Is there any further discussion? Councilmember Morrell.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm really struggling with this proposal, considering we already set it once, and now we got to go back and set it again. Is there any guarantee that we will not have to set it again? I don't know. And having to go all the way to Fox Island, that's another challenge, and don't even know what's on the menu yet. So I will support this, but it is, a struggle to get me to do this again for Councilmember Denson, but I will do it. So I urge your support. I know that Councilmember Denson is not here right now. She's out and about trying to find Daisy May, the miniature 4-month-old Highland cow that got removed from Gig Harbors, stolen, wandered off, but it's the cutest little cow you ever saw. But anyway, I know Robin's out there looking for it, the animal lover that she is. So I expect Daisy May to be at the meeting. So thank you.
But not on the menu. Okay, I'm just making sure.
Thank you for that clarification, Chair.
Okay, I'm glad you're going to be supporting this in-district meeting. It's a challenge, I know. Okay, any other comments? Okay, seeing none, I would like to ask the clerk to call the roll on Resolution 2025-150.
Councilmember Cruver.
Aye.
Councilmember Morrell.
Aye.
Councilmember Ayala.
Aye.
Councilmember Yambe.
Aye.
Councilmember Herrera.
Aye.
Councilmember Hitchin.
Aye.
You have 6 ayes, 0 nays.
With 6 ayes and 0 nays, we're going to Fox Island.
Fox Island.
The cow is missing.
You didn't think he actually made it up.
I did.
Oh. Okay. APB on a small cow. Okay. So back to our regular schedule here. We have no ordinances this afternoon, so we are at Community Forum. Community Forum is an opportunity for members of the public to address the council on any topic of significance to or affecting Pierce County government, and that did not appear on the agenda this afternoon for final action. There is a 3-minute limit, and we ask that you state your name if you'd like it on the record. We always start in chambers, so if somebody, I have, Maxine, you are signed in, so if you would like to come to the podium and address the council on the SR 162 community group.
Thank you. I'm Maxine Herbert Hill. I'm with the SR 162 Community Group, and I'm happy to be back before you. Haven't seen you for some time in this capacity. Last week, you got an email, I think, from me inviting you to an open house that we're holding June 5th. I hope you all can come. I've gotten some RSVPs from two, and I'm thankful for that. Thank you, gentlemen. But we hope more than just our regular folks can be there. I'd like all of you to be there if you can. We have a handout for you that you'll pick up later, I guess, and it's got some folks on here or some organizations listed that will be at our event, and a couple of them have not yet confirmed, but we're very hopeful. We're anticipating they're going to say yes, so we left them on the sheet. We're meeting at the McMillan Grange, June 5th, from 4 to 7 p.m., and we encourage you to allow time for traffic and come early and stop at one of the farms and pick up some strawberries. They're going to be starting picking next week, so they should be in great shape when you come on the 5th of June. I think that's kind of what I wanted to say. Particularly, I wanted to come and invite all of you in person, staff included, to come out to the valley and visit us at this open house and stop by the farms.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the invitation. We will look, is there anyone else in chambers that would like to address the council?
So good afternoon once again. I'm Angela Nisquierdo, and I'll be talking on a different topic today. So I'd like to request assistance and urge your support in recovering and retrieving my stolen personal belongings from the Puyallup Police Department evidence room. So my journey between reporting the theft to trying to reclaim my full pink metallic wallet with my brand new iPhone SE back into my possession. So I am hoping to see improvements at the PPD precincts, which will complete this process and help close my case as well as others. As I brought forth this issue to the Puyallup City Council this past February and successfully communicated with the department's chief and the captain in person since then. So, however, they have yet to solve the issues of their office staff, evidence tech, or techs, this is mostly people, and then on the officer on the case who have lied to me continuously, refusing to pick up their phones also when I've tried to contact them multiple times, and turning me away to the non-emergency line, which is their AKA their red phone outside the building, instead of just answering my questions inside the office when I go there in person each time. It took 7 months for me to even get a copy of the police report that I filed for in last July in 2024. It is now almost a year, and while the location of the theft was contacted and gave me some messages from them, they have made up extra rules that Chief Scott was not aware of and was not consistent with the rules that were told to other people who were picking up their things that I heard while I was there in person. I emailed the captain, Greg Massey, in March of 2025, so shortly a month after I spoke to the chief, and never received an answer also. It is difficult to reach the two members of leadership via phone as well. I've experienced discrimination several times from the office staff that is still a barrier for me to complete my task. I ask that you please urge PPD to return my things with my vital personal identification information, along with my new iPhone. I can also forward you the email I sent to the captain later today for more insight on this issue. But thank you for letting me speak today.
Thank you for your comments. Anyone else in chambers? Okay, we'll go online, Mr. Weinsberry.
Yes, Madam Chair. For any members of the public who wish to provide comment, press the raise hand icon on Zoom or star 9 on your telephone keypad. And I see no hands, Madam Chair.
With no hands, we will close community forum and bring it back before the council. Are there any announcements or items? We'll go to Vice Chair Herrera.
Thank you, Chair. Real quick, today was proclamation for Memorial Day, so I have two dates for Memorial Day for folks. Puyallup is going to have a Memorial Day program at 2 p.m. on Sunday, May 25th at the Pioneer Park Pavilion. The Puyallup Tribal Veterans are hosting a Memorial Day program at the Puyallup Tribal Health Authority, which is at 2209 East 32nd Street in Tacoma. And that will start at 10 a.m. and it's open to all veterans. And afterwards, they're going to have lunch for all at the casino. So, thank you.
Thank you for the updates, and I will add to that list in District 6 on Monday morning, 9 a.m. is the Wear Blue to Remember event, and so they have pulled youth and tried to turn grief of a lost parent in the time of war or conflict and channel that grief by running. And so it's a movement that started kind of here in Pierce County and has spread across the country. So it's a wonderful little 5K, but the Joint Base Lewis McChord does a really nice job. Last year they had a helicopter land in the middle of the field, and it was just like a celebration of just energy instead of grief. And so really powerful. And then the memorial service that many of us have attended before, that's held at the Mountain View Memorial Service or Memorial Park in Lakewood, 2 p.m., open to the public. So those are the two that I'm aware of. Any other announcements? Did they find the cow? Councilmember Krueger.
Yeah, they found the cow. A mile away.
There's different opinions. Did they actually find
That's what it says. That said Daisy May.
We read it on the internet, therefore it's true.
Yahoo. In the field a mile away. Okay. So she's cute. Or he, whatever. I was only able to find in my district, actually there's a second one to come to think of it, but Memorial Day for Eatonville. They observe at 11 on Monday the 26th, and they are decorating May 24 for the gravesides. And then I believe also, somehow I don't have it in my notes, the cemetery in Spanaway, they are having a ceremony, but I don't think I had the time. It's hard to find notices on that one. But I'll have to find that and get a note out on that, because that actually is a very nice service that they have out there.
Yes. Well, thank you all for the comments. I know we have a busy weekend before us, and appreciate the conversation about the importance of our lost members and our planning public works. So we are all here doing the work for our county. So seeing no other business before the council this afternoon, we are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.